Well, good morning from the Mackham Cabby. Just started a little bit later this morning because the kids are off school because of a burst pipe. Well, top of things being burst, I certainly didn't burst any blood vessels with excitement last night. Heaven's sake. Well, as far as I'm concerned, I think the top two is just forget about it. Forget about the top two. And people say, are you mad, Cabby? Forget about the top two? I'm thinking like, well, no, not really. It's just, to me, that seals the fact that we're not good enough strength and depth. Top two, you've got to literally keep up a certain tempo right through the whole of the season, and that's what Sheffield United and Leeds United are going to be doing. I mean, they just brushed away Oxford yesterday. I mean, 5 draws on the bounce. To me, that answers the questions. You know, unless we spend decent in January and strengthen our squad, then I just don't think this side of ours is just capable of maintaining the pace that you need for top two. I mean, you know, we're starting to lose grip of top 6 playoff places if we carry on the way we're going, because teams below us are starting to tighten the grip as well. And this is what happens. You cannot, can you, climb the league table with drawing every single game. There's only one way you're going down. You're going to go that way, aren't you? You're not going to climb or maintain just drawing every single game. I mean, do you know, the funny thing was, right, that has to be the worst team I've seen Sunderland play at the Stadium of Light in a long time. It was like, not only was there no intensity from Sunderland, but there was no from West Brom, was there? I mean, what? I believe there's a statistic. 2 teams for 90 minutes plus didn't have 1 shot on target. What's that all about, like? Eh? Can you tell me what that's about? I mean, if that hasn't got like a friendly match written all over it, I just don't know. It's like watching a game of chess last night. I mean, Sunderland, you know, the daftest thing is, Sunderland weren't terrible. They weren't awful last night. They just had 0 end product, apart from Wilson Isadore's disallowed goal, which I cannot analyse it because I've not seen the angle. He looked a little bit offside from one of them, but I've got to see the straight on, you know, that side view you get. But unless Regis Labree's got someone up his sleeve, I just don't know what's going on. I mean, we've got Sheffield United Friday. I don't know. I mean, I'm even finding it difficult to sort of talk about the game last night because it was just not really to talk about. Like I said, it was that quiet. I could hear somebody's watch ticking in the background at the stadium, or the commentary, and apparently it was Gary Bennett's watch. I mean, felt sorry for the fans in the stadium watching that. But do you think the top two, do you think we should forget about the top two? I mean, has that convinced you lot that we're not going to be able to keep the pace with Leeds and Sheffield United? Even Burnley, as that matter, should I say. Because to me, 5 draws on the bounce isn't top 2 material, and it's like, even though we started amazingly well, it's the suspension and injuries that's hammered us once again. Every time we dip into the second string squad, we're just not good enough. And the hierarchy has to address this. Thank God January's round the corner, because I mean, don't forget, we've still got the Pavida, Glasslegs Pavida, he's hardly played, and Ahmed, whatever you call him, excuse my French or whatever. Was it the Ghana fella from on loan from the French club? I've never seen him at all since he's joined on loan. Like I said, why sign an injured player? I just don't bloody know. It just boggles my mind, some of the business we do. But yeah, I'm just trying to think what to say from last night. God's sake. Oh dear. Like I say, it wasn't an awful display by Sunderland. We defended alright, as much as West Brom did. But if we find it that difficult to break down a West Brom side who have drawn the last 9, I think, 8 or 9 games, then how are you supposed to maintain top 2? How are you supposed to go for automatic promotion if that's what you're wanting to do? Our goals have just seemed to dried up, should I say. On the days we beat Derby 2, scored a 2 at Derby, convincing win against Sheffield Wednesday, a good win against Portsmouth, a good win against it's tipping me tongue, what do you call it? Did I say Derby County? And it just seems to we've reverted back to our old ways, where we've just haven't got a thing up top. Not a thing. Ever since we've had the injuries, we're missing Mundle as well. I mean, Mundle was sharp as a tack at the beginning of the season. He was just destroying defences. They couldn't keep up with him. He was just destroying defences, Mundle. And then, like I said, 2 or 3 games before his injury, he lost that pace, he lost that cutting edge. So was that the reason why? Because this injury was just getting slightly worse and it was hindering him? It's looking like that way, to be honest with you. It certainly is looking like that way. But we were slightly better yesterday with Job in the centre, because he was laying off some cracking balls, which the odd flashes of chances we did have. But you can't tell me, we are missing Romain Mundle back to his full fitness. Like I say, the last few games I've been saying to my mates and that, and they've agreed. When I've been doing my commentary, they've all agreed. The fact, like, Mundle's lost his sharpness, hasn't he? We're missing him, and we cannot cope when our players go missing. We just haven't got the depth to replace. And I'm going to keep saying it like a broken record. Unless we ching-ka-ching in the transfer window in January and strengthen and didn't buy injured players, for God's sake. Just pack it in, stop doing it. Stop looking at someone who's like, oh, he's injured, but he should make a full recovery in 15 weeks' time. Oh, we'll go and sign him. Why? That just does not make sense at all. And one thing I've not mentioned either, our set pieces yesterday. My God, what are they doing in training? what are they doing? Corners. Every time we had a corner, the minute we've kicked the ball, offside, foul, hasn't cleared the first man. Every time we had that corner, it was like, referee's blown for something. It's like, what? Where's the positioning? No, what's your offside line, lads? You know what I'm saying? It's like, our corners at the minute would be better off passing back to Patterson, because every time we lob the ball into the box, it's an infringement of some sort. It's just so frustrating. Now, if there's any positives, what can I say? I thought Watson had an outstanding game yesterday. If there's anything that's going to improve his fitness and his strength and his experience, it's yesterday. I thought he did really well. A great performance from the lad. Chrissy Rigg, I thought, was outstanding yesterday. 09, I thought he had a good game. I don't know why he was took off. I really didn't. And I don't want to sound like a happy clapper either. We're still unbeaten. But like I say, how many draws is it going to be before the Sunderland fans start to say, outrageous, what's going on here? Or this needs to be sorted out. I was emotionless at full time last night. It should have been sponsored, that match, from local anaesthetic, because I wasn't fed up, I wasn't overjoyed. I just didn't know what to think at full time. I thought, what was that? What have I just watched? Oh dear. So if we want in top two back on track, then there has to be a massive dip in form between the likes of Burnley, Sheffield United and Leeds, and a big turnaround form with us, and some good business in the January transfer window. Because if we didn't it and we're sticking with what we've got, then I honestly think it's another season in this division. I really do. I know what the problem is, the fans know. It's up to the hierarchy and the manager to do something about it. Anyway. I'm off to do my first pickup now. I've got my hoodie, my retro hoodie on, keep us warm till I get the heating going in my car. Sorry if you think I'm being massively negative or out like that, but I mean, talk to me in the chat, you know, let us know. Do you think, you know, Cabby, you've got some really good points here. Cabby, you're being ridiculous. How on earth can you say the top two's out of reach? You know, we're still third, what's the matter with you? Or do you think I'm talking sense? Good, bad comments, as long as they're respectful, I'll reply to every single one of you, as I always try my best to. So have a good day, and roll on Friday, right? See you later.